This is one of my favorites. It's 1801, and Beethoven produces a symphony that's larger and more brilliant than any symphony that had come before it. It's got a great design, a wealth of strong melodic ideas, and solid dramatic pacing. It leans more towards the classical style of Haydn and Mozart than the Romantic period, though here, stylistically, Beethoven really comes into his own realm. Movement 1 is in sonata form with a slow introduction. It begins with this grand, slow intro, quite like the intros of Haydn's later symphonies. However, Beethoven already takes this and expands the concept. In the introduction alone, there's enough rich melodic material to make up an entire slow movement. We get phrase after phrase of good material, with some romantic modulations too. He ends this section with a quiet, dominant approach into the allegro without a pause. The main theme of this movement is this. And Beethoven lets it all expand and develop over 18 bars. We get this transition theme, which takes us to the brilliant, great fun, yet dramatic second subject. We then get this theme. And towards the end of the exposition, Beethoven takes a figure from the first subject and makes it into a classic Beethovenian gesture. The movement then proceeds as a normal sonata form, but you have to remember that for its time, its brilliance and energy were unprecedented in orchestral music. Just hear the grandeur of the climax in its coda. Movement 2 is in sonata form, and it's one of my favorite slow movements in the world. It's so filled with beautiful themes, phrases, and nuances. It begins with this theme. And after a transition, we get this second subject. In fact, there are several good themes worth quoting in the second group. The movement then has a wonderfully creative development and is all round a perfectly formed gem. Movement 3 is a scherzo and trio. This is relatively small, but creatively playful and great fun. The trio in the middle is almost childlike, with a touch of vigor. Movement 4 is a rondo. This is an extremely inventive and humorous theme for Beethoven, almost like slipping on a banana peel and then scurrying off. In contrast, the transition theme is much more formal, and this comes back importantly in the coda. This theme from the transition is also worth quoting as it comes back later. The second subject is quietly playful. And at times more yearning. The middle passage, so section C, is really a longer, dramatic development on the material from A. Then the coda is very playful and full of ideas, starting like this, and ending emphatically in a Beethoven style. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe for more like it. Thanks for watching.